Hello folks, welcome to another episode of Yogi Dave's Hobby Corner. Today, we're going to be talking about Tiny Epic Galaxies. Bang that. Hello folks, as I said, Tiny Epic Galaxies is what we're going to be talking about today. So I'm going to do a wee unboxing of the game. In the past couple of weeks, you will have seen quite a few unboxings. This is going to be a little bit of a regular thing with me. When I've got nothing else to do for you, honestly, it's going to be these. You've probably seen the podcast as well. I hope you've been listening to that. But you know, I'm trying to get as many videos out on a regular basis, so you know, obviously things aren't stagnating. But I hope you are enjoying them, and if you are, like, share, subscribe. But we're going to get on with it. So this is Tiny Epic Galaxies. Designer Scott Almes, developer Michael Coe, and it's been by Gamelyn Games. I think there's quite a number of games quite similar to this by Gamelyn. So it's for 1 to 5 players. Takes 30 to 45 minutes, age 14 plus. I have played this a couple of times. I quite enjoy it actually. So the box itself is a little dice tray. So these are the dice. You roll these to do the things that you need to do. In it, you get the rules, but see in the bottom of the tray, or the box, you get clarifications of plant reactions, which are important. So essentially what you've got to do is you have these planets. Now each planet has a number of victory points at the bottom. The first two, I can never remember the number off the top of my head. So first to 21 victory points. When the first player gets to 21 victory points, play a round of games until the start of the player's next turn, and then the game that ends the game basically. So each planet has a special ability and various other bits and pieces that you have to go through, but I'll talk about it in a minute. So where did I put the galaxies? So these are the tiny galaxies. So they're all printed one way. So one's a rogue colony, one's the player colony. So the rogue colony is if you're playing a one-player game. That's if you're playing multiplayer games, but every single one has a corresponding colour of game counters. So you've got your ships, you've got all your other bits and pieces that you need as well. Before you start, each player gets dealt 2 of these. So it's a secret mission, and you choose which secret mission you want to go. And you've got to try it in order to get some extra points. You try and get your secret mission. Doesn't always work. I think the last game we played, only one of us got our actual secret mission, but thankfully I'd already accumulated enough. Basically, I won the game because I was already on 20 victory points, but I got a 7 planet, which took me 27 victory points, and nobody else was close enough to get it. So it's activation. So whenever you are the active player, you roll your dice, and you, depending on the level of your galaxy, depends on how many dice you get to roll, and also how many spaceships you get to use. Use up to 4. Your energy doesn't really matter. on that one. Also your victory points for you gain victory points as you upgrade your empire, which I forgot about also when we were playing last time. But I was at full upgrade, so I'd have won either way. So basically, it tells you what each roll of the dice lets you do. So move a ship, advance economy, advance diplomacy, acquire culture, acquire energy, and utilise colonies. So that's basically your activation card. I'll show you a wee bit of a closer look of the empire cards. So all your counters and various things go here and here. So these are, you have a massive deck of cards to play with as planets, which varies it quite a bit, which is good. There's a lot of replayability in this game. I'm maybe not doing the best of jobs on it, but essentially, so you acquire resources. So every time you roll an energy dice or a culture dice, you're acquiring that resource. And in order to do like stuff like upgrading your empire, so you utilize a colony, is to what's the word I'm looking for? To advance your civilization, essentially. So there's some really nice mechanics in this. So you can reroll your dice. So if you've got energy, so you've got the energy, you can use that to reroll your dice, rather than having, you get a free reroll every turn, but every additional reroll uses an energy. You can use your culture, so that's your little what's the name of it, pillar symbol, to follow another player. So you spend the culture to follow another player. So if a player activates a dice, you can immediately follow that player. So if he uses a dice to increase his empire, you can increase your empire with him. If he uses the ability for a planet or whatever, you can follow to use that, but you're using up your culture. And culture and energy, depending on the symbol on a planet, is what you use to advance your ships on that planet. You can land a ship on a planet, but in order to gain the victory points, you can land a ship on a planet to be able to use the special ability, and you obviously use that kind of dice to activate that. But in order to take the planet, you've obviously got, so that's those symbols are to activate the ship on the planet. So ships landed on the planet, you use that dice to, or that resource even, to advance that, or use that ability, and you use obviously diplomacy and economy to actually get planets. I keep on messing things up, it's fine. I'll actually watch over this and see where my mistakes are, because I do it. I mean, I'm new at this. I'm new at doing these unboxings, and I keep on making messes of things. But as I said before, there is quite a number of these cards, and depending on how many players there are, depending on how many cards are out in the middle at the beginning. Every time a planet's taken, it's replaced by another one. And, you know, as I said, first player to 21 victory points. You do a round, go to the starting player. Once that starting player has finished their turn, that's you. That's the game done. I think the shortest time we played, there was a 4-player, might have been a 5-player. It took about half an hour, maybe a wee bit less than that. But that's because everyone but me, it was the first game. But I highly recommend it. You can buy it on Amazon. I'm sure I bought this from Waterstones, so you know, buy it where you can buy it. Best buy, best amount of money you can get it for. That's what I always say. I do say, you know, obviously support your local gaming store, but sometimes they can't get it for as cheap. Can't sell it as cheap as other places. They will be able to sell it as cheap as Amazon, because Amazon aren't as cheap as people think, you know, a lot of the time. Cheap crap they are, but in general the recommended retail price is slightly off from what they sell it for, but not by much. So you're probably actually better off going into your shop, spending the money and keeping them running. It's not because I hate Amazon. I do, but you know, I still have to buy stuff off Amazon, which pisses me off. And convincing people not to spend money on Amazon makes me happy. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this. Hope it was a wee bit informative. Hope you do play it. Like with every other game that I'm going to be unboxing, I'm going to try and get a game videoed so you can see it in action. Obviously, it won't be at the end of this unboxing, but also Starflux and Tiny Epic Galaxies, and pretty much every game that I have, there is what do you call it? The Will Wheaton Show Tabletop, which you can find on YouTube as well, has a game that each of them played. So you can sit and watch that. If you'd rather watch celebrities play games, which I know a lot of people do, I watch it. I love it. It's a shame he's not doing it anymore. But if you enjoyed, like, share, subscribe. At this point, I think this Calcius raffle is still ongoing. So the coffee account is there at the bottom, and if you want to see Calcius and right, so like, share, subscribe. If you like this video, obviously. Right now the Lieutenant Calcius raffle is still ongoing. So if you go to the coffee account, from there you can enter the raffle. It's £3 per entry. So you know, if you want to see Lieutenant Calcius, there is a link to the YouTube of the update I did on him a couple of weeks ago. So I'm going to say good day and happy hobby.